My genuine question to you is,
Mhm.
where are you in terms of your views on Islam and your own personal journey with God?
I like the respect that Islam promotes, and I think in the West, I agree with Tate. I agree that like the comparison is that you could walk around with the shirt that says Jesus is gay, and nobody will blink an eye. Like, and I've had one-on-one calls with people, and they said like, yeah, I'm going to a party that's twerking for Jesus, and I'm like, what? That's and Jesus, like, people being anti-Christian is marketed as it's fun. It's something. It's like the rappers are all like having dropping crosses and in their album covers and on screen. They use Satan to promote their music. It's anti-Christian in the West is a fun thing that people use. It's an aesthetic choice. But I like the fact that Islam doesn't tolerate any of that, and I think that most Islamic people have their heads screwed on properly, where they have a sense of guidance that they can follow that keeps their morality in check. Whereas a lot of other religions and other thought, what do you like, trains of thought,
Yeah.
it could derail you. And I think a lot of people now use their political ideology as their religion. They use LGBT as their religion. They use like Democratic Party, and it's just like that's not. Or they adamantly believe in people, and they worship celebrities and politicians rather than God. And I think the best, if you're going to follow something, it should be God. And in the West, it hasn't been Christianity. And I personally grew up Catholic, just like Angel. And Catholicism, I've just seen a lot of hypocrisies in it, where like we have something in Catholicism which is called confession, where you sit down and then you confess to the priest, and and then no matter what you did, even if you killed somebody, like you can literally confess a murder and be like, and talk about getting out of wedlock, any sin, and the priest will say, all right, say 10 Hail Marys, 10 Our Fathers, and you're good. I sat in confession. It doesn't really sound like they're listening. I don't like it, the fact that they walk around with the donation basket. I'm pretty sure it's the same with the mosque, but like the Christian church doesn't pay taxes. A lot of people profit off of it. There's a lot of pastors, like even on YouTube, some of the most highest super chatted channels on YouTube are Christian pastors. And I've just seen the way that they flock to it. And it just seems false. And it seems like they worship a lot of false idols, and people use Christianity for the wrong things. But Islam seems the most grounded, and it seems like it promotes family values and conservative values, and more than most people that I've spoken with, and especially the people that I admire the most since I was a kid, have all found, is even people that did not grow up with Islam found Islam. People that I admire, like Dave Chappelle, Malcolm X, and I respect those people a lot, and I like their trains of thought, and I think that that's a good thing to follow. It's not just the four wives thing. It's not just the four wives, but
Yeah,
that's
no, I
dope.
know, I know. We were just
But
joking earlier.
that sounds good too.